Hey guys, System here, and this is All the Mods Tend to the Sky. I myself am having a wonderful day. Hope you guys all are as well. Let's go ahead and jump forward, try out this pack. Pretty excited to play this one. We're going to give it a go. Like I said, it is ATM, and it is a Skyblock, so I'm pretty excited for that. You have these, I guess this is the world spawn. So first off, this is the world spawn. When you first load up the pack, you kind of start in the spawn. Tells you to enter this command, so we'll do that in a second. I did notice it's not world protected, so I could actually use my alt mine to go ahead and steal these. Alt mine is in the pack, right? So you can just hold the tilt key. While you'll get that kind of little border there outside the block showing that it's going to break all connected bound blocks. And yeah, just go ahead and do that. There you go. Go ahead and grab them all. So we're going to steal the crates and we're going to steal the books, because why not? Basically what I'm trying to say here. I want these crates too. I want all the crates. I could steal the creative screens as well, but I don't think we need them. I mean, that's good there. Anyway, that is that. Let's go ahead and load into our world here. So go to, I think I already had that queued up. Yeah, right there. Go ahead and create a new team. You get a little preview of the different islands you can choose. So this is one island here, Simple Life. Then you have another one called Witch Cottage. I think this island we're actually on is Witch Cottage, with the kind of doorway just blocked off. Default, pretty boring, pretty old school. Then you have this Sanguine Sanctuary, which looks pretty cool. But this one here looks like the best to me, just because it has the most open space. And we're going to go ahead and use that one. Has the little camper on it. So we'll go ahead and do that one. We'll call it Cisco, because why not? That's not how you spell that. Can't spell my own little nickname here. And then we're going to go ahead and hit create. And once we do that, it's going to load us into our world. There we go. We're all loaded in the world. And here we are. We're on our island. It's pretty cool. I am running shaders. I'll kind of show which ones I'm running. I'm only running them on medium. I find when you run them on high or the maxed out settings, they just get kind of blown out for videos. So I'm just running it on medium. But we have a good amount of space here. We have a nice area down there. We have water. I'm going to ignore that water at the start too, just because I want to make sure if you start on the islands without water, we have the same kind of start. And we got a good little amount of space here, which is not too bad. Inside the camper, we don't have too much. I believe there's a bed hidden up here. So you got that. Then you get yourself a free oven. And then on the only other thing I think I saw was this here, the cog, and a couple crate seats. So nothing too special all around. Good amount of space. And yeah, this is going to be our start here. I'll show you the shaders I'm using too. So you go to options, video settings. You scroll down here, go to shader packs. And I'm using these ones here. So it has 4 different kinds of shaders kind of built into it. Like I said, I'm only running it on medium currently. I still think it looks quite good, even on medium. If I was playing by myself, I'd probably max it out. But for this playthrough, just so it's not too blown out, we're going to run on these settings here. And okay, let's go ahead and get into it. We do have this one oak tree here. We're going to go ahead and punch that in a second. You can open up your quest book. You will have to set a keybind for that. So option controls keybinds, then hunt down the key, right? So you just go to quest. And set a button. I have mine set to tab. Make sure there's no conflicting buttons, and then you're good to go. But I just have it set to tab myself. Then I just have to disable that list players option you have for when you play on servers. But I'm playing alone. But just find an open key that works for you. For the chapters, it only has chapter 1 right now. I think they're going to be adding more chapters, but currently we only have the first chapter. The rest of these chapters here, or I guess the rest of these quests, are for specific mods, right? So we don't have to worry about that. Already accepted the welcome ones as well. So this is just a welcome. This one here tells you about teams and how to create teams. Then you have to invite your friends to the teams if you're playing on a server. Then this one here tells you there's a bunch of optional quest lines. And you only really need to do the main one, right? So that's kind of how that works there. I think that's the join the Discord. So we're going to be focused on this quest line here. So we're going to go ahead and accept that real quick. Get ourselves a free steak. Then we'll go ahead and punch this tree, right? So I'm going to go ahead and break all those leaves. Like I said, I'm using alt mine, so hold the tilt key, then just break the blocks, right? Just like thus. There you go. Get yourself some wood, and you're good to go. Let's go ahead and turn that into planks, turn that into a crafting table. Go ahead and grab one of these sticks, turn that into a crafting table on a stick. We'll throw that into its slot, in our curio slot, so this little button up here. And once you've done that, you can hit the V key, and now you have crafting, portable crafting. You can take it wherever you want to go. We also have twerk in the pack, so if you twerk, you can just kind of twerk is just mashing your shift button. You just go ahead and get those grow really quick for you, which is pretty nice. Let's go ahead and grab another set of these, grab ourselves a few more sticks here. That is cool. Open up our crafting table, and we'll grab ourselves crooks. These are going to make it so we get silkworms, and we'll get more saplings as well, which is nice, and more apples when we're breaking leaves and stuff. So go ahead and do another set here. Go ahead and grab said crooks. Hopefully we get a silkworm so we can start getting string, because that's going to be what that's used for. Can you get out of there? There you go. Let's go ahead and get this out of here. then just one more set of trees, and then we'll go ahead and get to something else here really quick. There you go. Maybe that. Actually, let's put down a bunch of saplings. There you go. I see some people do like one tree at a time when they're doing this. I don't really understand it. I understand you want to maximize your leaves, but at the same time, I want to get my wood too, right? So we've got the silkworm. You just go ahead and use that on one of the leaves. Progress will go from 0 to 100. When it gets to 100, it'll spread to another leaf. It'll go through the whole tree, at which point we'll go ahead and vein mine that whole thing down, get a whole lot of string. While those leaves are converted, we'll go ahead and work on our first pebble. So I want to clear out my inventory first off. I already started doing it. But you just shift to right click on the ground, and you'll start getting the pebbles. Those kind of appear out of nowhere, which is pretty awesome. If you have a macro, a mouse that has macros, I should say, you can actually do it pretty fast too. So I can do it quite a bit faster. So that's like my speed, and that's the normal speed. It takes about 3 minutes to fill up an inventory, I think, at that speed, and about a minute at this one. I have my macro set to right click the ground once every 2 milliseconds, I think. That's the way it works. Same macro I use for sifting as well, so I guess that's the thing. If you don't have a macro, a mouse with macro software, I wouldn't download software. Some of that software is a little sketchy. I would just do it the slow way. Either way. Go ahead and do this probably 2 times, fill up my inventory completely, and get it all converted up into stone here. I'll kind of show you how it's going to work here real quick. We'll go ahead and grab what we have thus far. If I hit K while hovering over a stack, it'll turn it into the cobblestone, right? But if I hit Shift K on one of them, it'll do all the stacks that are in my inventory of that material, right? So I'll go ahead and get that all converted up really quick. Go ahead and drop it off, and then go back to the ground. Has to be an open hand too, so just make sure you're using an open hand. And just like that, we got a ton of cobble and other materials as well, so that's pretty awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and climb this tree with several crooks because, well, we got a lot of leaves here, and the crooks don't actually have a ton of durability. So I'm going to have to pillar up. We got a tall tree, unfortunately. So the first thing I want to grab next, I guess, is go ahead and grab ourselves some crucibles. Let's go ahead and grab that right there. We'll grab 2 just so we make the water pretty quickly. So we'll go ahead and pop this down. You usually use leaves on these, but we have a good amount of extra saplings here. So if we put 10 in here, like thus, actually turn into a bucket of water. Or you use 4 leaves, it'll do the same thing. But either way, that'll turn into buckets of water once we have buckets. Another thing we'll need, I guess, is going to be Sieves. So let's go ahead and hunt them down. Got those right there, and we're going to want 9 of those. So let's go ahead and grab them. Then on top of that, we're going to want some meshes. We'll need 9 because we have 9 of the sieves. And then I guess we get in our tools, right? So let's get ourselves some basic tools. Go ahead and grab ourselves a pickaxe, a axe, and probably a hoe. So 1, 2, and 3. Then we'll get into the other tools we need, which are the hammers, right? And I'm going to grab 9 of these ones, then 1 more, I guess, just so we can do non-compressed stuff as well. What we'll do is go ahead and compress down all these 9 hammers. I'll give us a compressed hammer, and that should be pretty good there. I think that's pretty much everything we did. I want to make sure we actually get all the quests here. I'm missing this one because I haven't compressed down any materials yet, so that's good. Okay, so what we'll do next, I guess, is go ahead and drop off this here. Actually, before we do that, let's go ahead and grab some furnaces too. Let's grab 4 furnaces. Then I know I won't run out of cobblestone because I'm a derp. Alright, let's do that there. And take this extra cobblestone and drop that off. And we're going to use all this stuff here probably for, I guess, grinding down, right? Let's go ahead and drop this off too. That's good. Okay, so let's grab all the cobble, all the diorite, and all the andesite, I guess. Let's drop off half a stack of andesite. Good there. Open up our crafting grid. Guess we pull that out. We're going to hit Shift K. It's going to compress it down all automatically for us as long as we're on the 3x3 grid. That's good there. And that looks all fantastic. Drop off the singles because I don't want to bother with them. That and that. Yeah, that's all we have. There you go. And all this stuff, when we hammer it down, will turn into gravel, which is actually really nice. We could actually compress this one down again as well. Actually, if we're looking at the right thing. There you go. And the hammer can handle that too. So anyway, just so I don't have to place as many down. I could use a sticky stick, I guess, to put all this stuff down as well. But I'm not going to bother. Because, well, it hasn't had much durability, the initial one. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it this way. Let's go ahead and hammer that. There you go. There you go. And now we have tons of gravel. So we have 49 sacks of gravel, and then we have some double compressed as well. I'm going to take this 64. Actually, more than that. Let's do this, that, and then I want to do most of my sieving on gravel. Yeah, mostly gravel, because we need mostly iron. Then I'll just compress this up here. Got ourselves 4 double compressed gravel. We'll go ahead and hammer that down. That'll turn that into sand. I'll keep one of those. We'll go ahead and get rid of these ones and turn them into dust. When you do the dust, it doesn't come compressed. It just comes straight into dust, so something to be aware of. But now we have a good amount of sand as well. I'm going to put some of that away so we can turn that into glass later. And then we'll have the rest as gravel. So let's go ahead and head over here. Go ahead and set it to small square. I like to have this sunk into the ground. It just seems to work better. I'll do that. Then we'll turn back to shapeless before I end up making mistakes somewhere. Go ahead and grab our sifting setup. Go ahead and place that down in the little hole here, so it's all flush with the ground. And go ahead and grab ourselves the meshes, just like that. And we're already ready to actually start sifting, which is fantastic. Let's switch all our gravel. That's good there. And we're good to go. So I should show you, I guess, what this is going to get us. So if we go to one of the meshes, I think is the best way to look at it, the string mesh. So go here, go to the sieve, and you'll see here the different materials. So when we do dust, we'll get stuff like bone meal and redstone, glowstone, and blaze powder. Other stuff as well, but those are kind of the main ones I see for right now anyway. And then you could do dirt. I'll have to do dirt at some point to get us a bunch of seeds. Or we just do grass as well. Then the gravel is going to get us our iron or copper, tin, lead, silver, nickel. Nickel is actually good for some early pipes, aluminum, zinc, gold, and osmium. All good stuff. Also flint. That's going to make it so we could upgrade our meshes, which will be probably the first thing we do. And this is why I didn't do actually much sand. You actually don't get much drops from them early on. Maybe later with the flint, but flint meshes. But right now, it's not a lot of stuff we need. Anyway, I have macros, so this should go pretty quick. I need to go ahead and grab us some chests, though. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Actually, I already had wood on me, but anyway. Do this here. I like to have a drop chest when I do this. This makes your life a lot easier. So let's do this here. And that there. Then drop off all our tools and our wood and stuff. And just start sieving, right? So this is going to be the normal speed. When you hit the center one, it'll put stuff automatically into the other ones, right? But I have a macro, and when I use it, it goes quite a bit faster. We also have auto replace. It'll put the gravel back of my ham from other stacks. So it automatically replaces it into that slot. Makes your life really easy. But you can see here if you have macros, pretty quick. If not, it's going to take a little bit longer. Either way, you'll get through it, and life is good. Anyway, I need a whole bunch of flint. I got more flint than I realized. I should have did this sooner, but anyway, let's go ahead and drop this off into here. Then we'll go ahead and finish off this one real quick. Okay, get that out of my way. Then grab all our meshes. Looks good to me. Then we'll go ahead and upgrade those in the crafting. Right there. Cool. Now we have 9 flint meshes, so we'll have better rates now, and some other items should start dropping as well, right? So let's go ahead and head back to here and finish off the gravel, then probably move on to the sand. Like I said, sand won't have much, but hopefully the dust is going to give us a good amount of redstone, so I need a good amount of that. I need a ton of iron too, actually. Well, not a ton, but a little bit of iron. So we've got ourselves a good amount of iron. You'll see that they're already iron ore, so the way you kind of compress these up really easy is just hover over them and hit Shift-K. So just like you can with the pebbles and stuff as well. I really just want iron right now, so I have the 16. So I'm going to go ahead and smelt that down. I could do this too, actually. That's the perfect amount to make a ore hammer. Maybe I'll do that, yeah. I was going to wait till doubling, but I may do that now, because that's going to let me double again. Actually, what I should do is this. So I'm going to go ahead and smelt this down. So what we'll do is this. That. Go ahead and grab the pieces here. Then pop that in there. Then I'm going to wait a couple minutes. And then we'll come back and get to the next part of that. Because once we have this, we could actually double this up with the pieces, right? So when you break these, I think you only get 1 per. We'll kind of test that right now. There we go. I think my pick is in this chest over here. But I don't think you ever get extra ones out of this. I think it's always 1. So if I do this, because you can smelt the ore or these chunks. Yeah, you only get 1 per. But if I have the ore hammer, I could actually double that right off the hop. Got ourselves 18 copper ingots. So with that, go ahead and make some copper blocks. Then go ahead and make the ore hammer. One of these here. And go ahead and pop this in here and put it with the chunks. And it'll double up into dust, at which point we have double the amount of the iron. So I'm going to go ahead and let that smelt up here. I need a couple of that too. I think it's 4, right? So another thing I think we do, if we open this up, go ahead and do this here. Let's see. I think this is the recipe. And then put those in there. You get yourself steel dust. I want to make myself a heating element, I think it's called. Heating element, super heating element. Where's it at? Super? How many do I actually need? Yeah, I need 4 and that. So I got 3, and I dropped one on the ground, didn't I? No, I need 1 more. So next thing we want to do is get the lava. So we're going to need some of this bone meal. And then on top of that, we need clay, right? Then we make porcelain clay. So what we need here, I guess, is called a barrel. Go ahead and hunt down a barrel here. I think that's from X-Dorm. Diorm, I guess is what it's called. Something like that. Wait, let's go ahead and do that. I already have slabs somewhere, but we'll just make more. Go ahead and grab that right there. And then I should have iron in here. Go ahead and grab you. Go ahead and make ourselves a couple buckets. We'll need 2. There you go. And with that, we should be good to go, right? So we have that, we have that, we have this, and then we should have 2 buckets of water right here. And then we'll just go ahead and make us a little spot right here. There you go. Do that there. Everyone tells me to always to do the 2x2, but I always just do it this way. Anyway, go ahead and do that. There you go. Do that, and then now we should be able to make ourselves. Oh, I need dust. I need dust for this. I have some sand. Go ahead and grab a couple of that. Go ahead and grab ourselves our hammer. There we go. And then do that. And get ourselves some dust, at which point we can make this stuff. I'm going to put this in this chest, though, so it doesn't do the auto swap on me. That, and put that in. Oh, it's not dust yet. This is dust. Dust. There you go. Put that in, and then, there you go. You get yourself an actual piece of clay. And we just need a couple to kind of get us going here. That and that. There you go. Go ahead and convert those over. Then we need, I think, 7 of these. Turn them there into porcelain clay. I made 8, of course. I think you make buckets out of that, too, that you could use. But it doesn't matter too much. I just wasted 1 either way. Go ahead and pop it here. Get a unfired crucible, which we can then go ahead and smelt up really quickly. And be able to use this to get us some lava going, right? Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a campfire. Yes, to start. Do that, because we do need a way of heating it. Probably go ahead and put it into the ground, like right here for right now. Do that. Then go ahead and grab the actual porcelain. Oh, is that smelted? Yes. It would say unfired otherwise. Then you grab yourself some cobblestone or some kind of other stone there. Different ones have different amounts, but 4 cobblestone turns into a bucket of lava. So that'll take a couple minutes there, but at that point we'll be able to actually get into our cobblestone generators. What do we need here? A furnace? I have one of those. Let me grab that quest. There you go. That's good. And I haven't accepted all my quests yet either. I just put that in the wrong spot. Either way, let's go ahead and do this real quick. There you go. And did accept all our quests because we have a bunch. Yeah, I knew there was going to be a bunch of stuff here. Okay, so what did we get? That. I like the slime. I don't really care about the Zycraft blocks. I'll get some sand and stuff as well. Some upgrade bases, which is nice because we can't make the leather yet. And some bits and bobs. Nothing too wonderful, but it's all good stuff that we'll end up using in time anyway. So I just noticed we got ourselves some copper as a reward. So we have copper. And then we also got ourselves a osmium agate, and I turned that into this here, the steel casing with the 4 steel I made. Just had to smelt down some glass. With that, we can actually go ahead and make ourselves a super heating element. So let's go ahead and grab one of these. Let's do that. And with that, I can use that underneath the crucible. So let's go ahead and grab this. Do I have my axe on me? Yes, I do. Let's go ahead and grab you. Go ahead and break that puppy, hopefully. And then go ahead and pop this down. And that should make the lava much quicker, actually. So if I go ahead and grab myself some cobblestone now and put that in there. Yeah, look how fast it goes. That's so good. That's awesome. You can only put 4 cobble in here at once. But if you automatically pipe it in, you could do more. But we get up to like 4 buckets like it's nothing now. That's super cool. That made that way easier, actually. Nice. Cool. So yeah, we have fast lava. So that's the thing. Oh, there's my buckets. So I just went ahead and made this here, a stone block generator. And I want to upgrade it to the next level, which is the copper one, because I still have enough copper. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. So that and that. with this, we should be able to automate Cobblestone, which is kind of the idea, right? Actually, let's go here. This one should be a little bit faster. Speed modifier 2. And then there's higher level ones, of course, but you need iron, gold, and then some other ones. So anyway, won't worry about those right now. Go ahead and put this in the ground. Actually, I'll pick it out first, and then we'll look at it in the GUI. Go to use on it. We used to produce different, I guess, materials, right? So we could produce Endstone. Diorite, we don't care about that. Netherrack, that's a really easy one. Maybe set that one up right away, because that is super simple. Well, what was this one here? Basalt, we don't care about that. Another option for Netherrack. We have to get some witch water too. We have to get some mycelium though. So I'm going to have to sift down some grass. So I may have to get some grass going here pretty quick. We get obsidian going too. That's actually pretty... Actually, we have a way easier way to get obsidian in this pack. Granite, don't care about that. What's that there? Skystone dust? That's a weird one. So some of them require certain blocks underneath as well. Oh, you could do stone. That's a really good one. You maybe set up stone right away too. And then anything else? That's pretty good though. So yeah, cobblestone should be super easy. So the way this looks like it works. So let's put that there. Then we need to grab our buckets, right? So let's do that. We need a bucket of lava and a bucket of water. Like this right here. And try this out here. So I'll put the lava on the back. The water right here. Water right there. Okay. And it looks like we got cobblestone there now. Awesome. And with that, we should be able to make a, I guess a compacting drawer as well, right? So there's our 2 pistons. Then we got ourselves a compacting drawer. And with that, we should be able to just place that on top. And then I think we have to filter it first. So just put like 1 block in there, but we'll put all 17. And that should just automatically start producing a cobblestone. All willy-nilly, like it's nothing. That's super simple. So there was the stone one, right? I want to go ahead and make another one. That one doesn't need to be fast, but it'd be nice to have that on hand. So if I read this correctly, all we have to do is this, right? Let's go ahead and break that, pop a stone down there, put this here, and do the exact same thing. And then we have infinite stone production as well. Yeah, it works. It changes right here, right? Oh. Oh, it uses the water, though. Actually, I'm curious. What happens if I do this? If I grab this here and pop that there. Ah, that works. So you could use flowing. So I probably want to swap this around. There we go. I went ahead and sifted down some dirt. Got myself all kinds of junk here. But I got myself some mycelial spores. And we need that for witch water, right? So we have that now, which is good. And I think we need a barrel as well. Grab ourselves a barrel. And then we need to fill that up with water and get it on some mycelium, right? I think it's the way that works. I need 1 piece of dirt. I think I had one there somewhere. I have some in there too. I'll have to grab 1 more piece of dirt. Otherwise, it's going to end up on getting grass on it. It's going to mess everything up. Anyway, let's put it over here. Grab ourselves our spore. There you go. That is good. Then I should be able to grab the barrel that I just made. Pop that up there. Get ourselves a bucket of water. And that should convert into witch water, at which point I think we could already make Netherrack, right? There we go. So the first time I did this, I messed it up. So let's look at the recipe one more time. I actually made blackstone by mistake. I can't remember what I had in the barrel. I think I had the lava in the barrel. So I think this time we put the witch water in the barrel. And it'll probably be reversed. So that, and then right click it on. There we go. Get ourselves a Netherrack. And then we take that and we put that down here, right? So come down here, grab a Netherrack. Cool. Then we need 2 buckets of lava. And hopefully it doesn't consume the lava. I'll kind of see how that works there. If not, we can make it flowing, I think, anyway. So grab ourselves our generator. 1 here, there, and here. And do we have it? We do. We have Netherrack. That's so cool. So yeah, I need another compacting drawer. Bucket of lava and the witch water, right? Oh, you need a bucket of lava. So I think we got everything here. So we need a glowstone block underneath this one. So down here. So just do that. Just a matter of if it's going to consume the block. Because this seems pretty easy to make endstone. Let's put the witch water right here. And then the lava right here. So this one's going to consume the lava. So I don't know if we're going to be able to use this one. Guess we'll find out. I should have some more lava. If not, I can make it super fast. I am completely out. So, good. Throw 4 of those in there. Wait a second. Doesn't take very long. It's very nice. This thing is times 60 with the super heating element, which is awesome. I'm going to grab that and try it one more back and see if that works there. That. Aha. Awesome. So can I do this now? This and that. There you go. That's actually producing Endstone. It's going to be a little slower with these ones, I guess, because it has to do the thing right. But that's fine. That's not bad at all. That's super rad. So we can already get resources from the End and the Nether, no problem. And we'll be able to get tons of resources now, really easy, hammering this stuff down. So I don't know why. I just had a trader like 10 minutes ago. Now I have another one. I thought they had to be like an hour apart at least. But anyway, that's definitely the thing. We got 4 leather out of that too. That's not too bad. Anyway, I may have enough for a backpack now that I think of it. I went ahead and made myself a redstone clock and a squeezer. So that takes 10 iron right there. I guess that's 8 iron. No, that's 10 iron. Mathing's hard. And I'm going ahead and making us some of this pipe as well. Opaque pipe. What do we need here? Just some planks. Our inventory's kind of clogged up here. I had to grab you. Then it was these opaque pipes. Cool. And then we'll need some chests or something as well. So we could just do that here. I had to grab that. And we're going to fully automate this thing because why not? Anyway, let's head over here. Go ahead and grab the squeezer. We'll pop that down, I guess, right here. We'll have a chest on the front of it. Then we'll have one of these pipes here. And that'll be going into the side of it. I do not like it on that side because it's going to connect to that. It's going to kind of annoy me. Go ahead and throw a chest up here. And then we'll set the extraction on that just by shift or right clicking on the end of the pipe. Now pull things out and put it in there. We're going to need some armor stands as well. And I think I made the stone I needed for that, right? Yeah, I got the smooth stone. Let's go ahead and grab them. And go ahead and grab ourselves some armor stands. We're going to make 3. And then I should have the clock and a lever. And that should be everything we need. Yeah, I think this is everything. So we're going to go ahead and grab an armor stand and pop it up here. Then if I go ahead and grab the redstone clock, we can just put it here for all that matters. I don't think it'll interact with anything over there. And have a lever on it. So we can turn this on or off. Go ahead and on here. We'll jump once. And you'll notice it's going to start hopping up and down. Right? Oh, I have it off. There you go. But that won't crush the ores because we're going to put the ores in there. It'll crush it. I'll actually show you what happens. I think I have a ore around here somewhere. I have a nickel. There you go. So it's going to crush it down and put it in the chest. But right now, one armor stand doesn't work. So what we want to do is grab another one. There you go. That's still not always going to work. It doesn't always work. It usually works with 2. Every once in a while, it messes up with 2. So I'm going to put a third one on. There you go. It actually doubled up that single ore there. And we can actually make this a little faster, too. It's a trick I never see anyone do, and I don't know why. Anyway, let's head here. That's 2 up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope, we're too high. Yeah, it's 1 more. There you go. There you go. Then it won't bounce quite as high, and it'll go up and down quicker. Just like that. Then we go ahead and grab something that we have a bunch of chunks of. Doesn't really matter which one. Let's grab gold for now. Shift K. And then go ahead and pop it in the chest. And that should be fully automated. And I can just do that with all our resources. Like I should have just grabbed it all right now. But you can see it's just going to end up all in here really quick and do a lot of doubling. Which is awesome. Look at that. We have full automation for our ores. Whenever I want to turn it off, I can just do this too. So that's cool. Also, it here. What is that? Yeah, this one. We go ahead and turn that off so we don't have to listen to it. Even better. Fantastic. So the last thing I wanted to do today is a little automated smelting setup. So we're going to get that here in a second. We're going to put it in that hole. I need to go ahead and automate obsidian. So you see here, there's obsidian in here. I right click it, fills up with lava, and we get some more obsidian. The way I did this was just with the item pipe straight into our porcelain crucible with the superheating element underneath it. So just constantly making lava. Then this here is a fluid pipe from Oratech. So the same kind of pipes, just a different kind of pipe. I should say the same mod. These pipes are pretty easy to make too. The only difference was when you need the copper. With the silicon, you smelt down Certus, and that just turns into silicon, so super simple there. But every time it gets lava, a bucket of lava in it, it just produces another obsidian. So I can make that super easy. So I made one of these here, advanced item collector, because I sifted down some Endstone and some Netherrack. So we have a good amount of the stuff and things, right? So that there, and a whole bunch of stuff here as well, because I was working on this stuff too, and that stuff up there. Then I realized smelting all this stuff is going to be a pain. I said I needed automated smelting setup. We do need a bucket of water, so let's go ahead and grab that. And then I made a couple machines from crate here. So what I made was the encased fan. So I did this. The plates I made with the engineer's hammer from Immersive Engineering. So super simple there. The andesite alloy, you make it like that. The casings, you make them like this. You just do this, that, and that. There you go. You have a casing, and then you're pretty much good to go. Oh, anyway, and the shafts, right? So super simple. So I have a water wheel as well. It takes a shaft and some planks. That's going to be what powers this. I need this to face the correct way. I forget how these place. Is it like this? Yeah, like that there. The fan will fan this way, I guess. Then we'll have that there. Then we're going to have to blow hot air at our ingots to smelt them. So we'll have that there. Then we'll have a bucket of lava. I guess we'll put the water in first. Actually, let's put the water wheel in first. I think that's right. Go ahead and pop that there. I'll start turning. You can see there we're getting particles from the fan. Then the last thing we need is a bucket of lava. And then we pop that there. And that should effectively work, actually. That should be everything we need. Kind of want that dirt, though. One thing, too, when you're in the stream, you can't jump. So you get yourself killed really easy. And then the last thing I had here, like I said, was the item collector. I was just going to do this. I was just going to go ahead, throw down a chest. Then I was probably going to filter this as we go, right? So if I pop that there, then I'm going to do some iron. So if I go ahead and grab the iron ingot. Oh, I don't have a ingot here. I definitely need one of those. Wait, I thought I had them on me. I do not. I have a chest full of that stuff. Go to grab that. Go ahead and pop that into the filter. Set it to a whitelist. The range should be fine. You can actually see the box here. It's more than big enough. It's too big, but it's filtered, so it doesn't matter either way. So that's good. And with that, I can just throw this stuff on the ground really easy. So I just go that's in that there. And I could have some kind of dropper or something here. But it'll take a couple seconds, it'll smelt that stuff up. At which point it'll get pulled into the chest. I'll have to filter everything else too. So this stuff here, this here. I don't have any gold yet. But once I have it, I can throw it in the filter. You get automatically pulled in the chest. Great thing about this is too, it doesn't take very long. It'll just do it all in bulk, right? So before too long, that iron should convert, and then we should see it go into the chest, and then I know everything's working. There you go, iron's in the chest. And now next time I do gold, it'll do the same thing, right? That's cool. So I just do that and throw this down, and everything is right in the world. So yeah, that's going to be our automation early anyway for automated smelting. Great thing about this is I could do like all our ores at once. So after I do a little sifting, just compress it all down. I'll throw it into the crusher and then throw it in here, and we're done the whole cycle. Make more sense to have it in a better order than this, but we'll sort that out later on. You know what I mean? Have them closer and then automate it as well. I guess we get an ender chest already too. That's actually crazy. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. I think that's going to be pretty much everything we do today. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and end this one here. So as always, if you guys like this video, please go ahead and hit that like button. Really liked it, hit that subscribe button. It is always appreciated. Well, you guys all have a good one. See you guys in the next video. Later.